Then Gigabar, another 6 lengths behind Gigabar came Rajani. Tom T. Hall patiently ridden as second last, and Learsom whipped them in. Out of the straight now, they've jumped 9. There's 8 fences to go, and the leader as they swing back down to the Dean Street side again is Balcapine. Leads by 5 lengths. Andalusian on the inside of Outback Bronze. Hear My Prayers, fourth outside Gigabar. Then Rajani, Tom T. Hall and Learsom when they go to the first of this treble. Oh, one down. Andalusian took a tumble. He interfered slightly with Gigabar, who was quickly to get into stride again, but the both horse and rider okay in that incident. The first of the treble down there. Andalusian is all right, and the jockey is to his feet, Wayne Smith. Into the back they go. 5 fences to go now, and Balcapine still with a good lead over Outback Bronze. Gigabar improving. He's got to within a half length of the second horse. 4 lengths Rajani, Tom T. Hall, Learsom and Hear My Prayers. The double down the back. Balcapine over the first of it beautifully. Gigabar goes to second, giving chase. 8 lengths between them. Balcapine over that one. Leads Gigabar. Outback Bronze is left when they sprint up, and behind him Rajani, Tom T. Hall, Learsom and Hear My Prayers. Look to match in 2 off the back. Balcapine, a good leader, has 6 lengths on Gigabar, 15 lengths to Outback Bronze, Tom T. Hall, Rajani. Double down the side. Balcapine sailed the first. Leads by 4 lengths Gigabar, and 10 lengths to Rajani, getting to third from Outback Bronze. Second of the double coming up down the side, and Balcapine still 6 lengths in front. Here's the second of the last one. Over it he goes from Gigabar. At a long break, Rajani put in a big leap to go to third from Tom T. Hall and Outback Bronze. Balcapine the leader though. It's Michael Patton of Australia leading. Gigabar, Shea Barry of the Island team. 5 lengths back and still 15 lengths away. Tom T. Hall getting to third, but Balcapine leads Gigabar in the straight. Wonder jump. He's done it all, Balcapine. Leads for Michael Patton of the Australian team. Here's the last, the 17th. Jumps it well. Has Gigabar beaten. A long break then Tom T. Hall, but in the run to the line now, and it's Balcapine to take it out. Balcapine by 4 lengths, maybe a little less. He eased him on the post to beat Gigabar second. Tom T. Hall has got up for third.
Danehill filly. Zephyr Bell well behaved with Darla Ruby. 1,200 metres for the third race. Gates open this time, and they've jumped in a good line with the exception of Spectacular Zip and Eyes to Spy, who dropped back. Patu, Cheeky Spy and Bruschetta out wide, and La Rose Noire quickly into stride. Zephyr Bell settles on the fence behind them. Then came Happen starting to go forward. Is I Like Crystal out wide on the track from Darla Ruby. Snapshots as well back in the field. She's fourth last on the outside of Soul Queen. Eyes to Spy and Spectacular Zip on the fence last of all. Bruschetta crossed them and went to the front now at the 700 metres mark. Led a length La Rose Noire. Just Like Crystal wide. Cheeky Spy fought the fence. 2 lengths to Happen. Darla Ruby on the outside of Patu. Then came Zephyr Bell. Snapshots a mile back in the field. They were followed then by Soul Queen, Spectacular Zip and Eyes to Spy. Bruschetta, who has been specced at lengthy odds, turns in front. La Rose Noire, the former Kiwi, moving up the outside. Just Like Crystal under pressure. Cheeky Spy, the fence, nowhere to go. And Happen's about to burst into the clear. La Rose Noire at the 200 hit the lead, but here's Happen. Happen after La Rose Noire, and on the outside, Just Like Crystal for 2, making late ground, and right down the outside, Eyes to Spy with a mighty run. Eyes to Spy coming home all over the top of Happen. Eyes to Spy hit the lead near the shadows of the post and got up to win. Second is Happen. Third, very tight. It's either Patu or Darla Ruby, and not far away Zephyr Bell. Soul Queen, a good run. Just Like Crystal died on her run with La Rose Noire, Bruschetta. Then Cheeky Spy. They were 1, 2, 3 coming around the bend, and they've dropped back sharply. Snapshots well back, and Spectacular Zip last home. Happen looked the winner, looked set for victory, but Eyes to Spy has come with a gigantic run down the outside for Jackson Morris. And the judges call for the photo. Here's the slow-mo replay coming up. Happen in front. Pretty confident. Oh, no, the inside, looking at that shot. Happen. Well, no, Eyes to Spy's got it on the outside. Number 11 is first.
Then La Dance with a head on a chest. Twinkles the inside fourth. Back fifth placing Dolima's Daughter from Sticky Blue. The setter Spirituality the Road. And last of all City Dollar. Racing down with 6.50 to travel. And it's Mackmore on the inside by about a half neck. 2 in second placing on the outside Recollection. Here's a move right around the field by City Dollar taking off from the rear. And coming into it now in the centre was La Dance, followed by Twinkles looking for room near the inside. Dolima's Daughter followed by Sticky Blue. And on the inside Spirituality homeward bound and Recollection recollection after Mackmore. City Dollar and down the outside, La Dance are under pressure to improve, and Twinkles is getting a run between them now and finishing it off pretty well. 200 out, Recollection, the leader. La Dance joins in on the outside. Coming at the pair of them is City Dollar with a big finish. It's La Dance, City Dollar, and on the inside, Twinkles. Here's a great go. They hit the line. City Dollar from either Twinkles or La Dance, and splitting them in between them again was Recollection, a four-way finish. Spirituality down the outside, down on the inside, Mackmore. Further back behind those then, Sticky Blue, not racing well at the moment, and last of all was Dolima's Daughter. I think Six has won it, and pretty tight between La Dance and Twinkles for the minors. Just watching the replay now.
Is going to be Londolese. Been racing very well. Aaron Spiteri's unbeaten from 2 rides on her, and they're all set. Often racing, Londolese began well near the outside. Raja Bell ridden out near the inside. Joanna's Lady and Vianetta into stride quickly. Londolese improving fast. They're followed by Lorenzo Space Regent. Dance Party dropping in behind them. Listening's Joy out wider and Red Nelda just inside her. Joanna's Lady takes the lead before the first turn is reached and has about a neck advantage over Londolese. Raja Bell just behind them third. Space Regent travelling a bit wide there, and Vianetta between horses in the red and white stripes. One Lorenzo the outside. A length further back is Dance Spirit, Dance Party I should say, and then Listening's Joy the outside, and 3 lengths to Red Nelda. Joanna's Lady at the 1,000 metres, a half length to running second Londolese. Lorenzo out wide and Space Regent between horses. Raja Bell half a length away on the inside. Half to Vianetta, 2 lengths to Dance Party. She's followed by Listening's Joy, and back last is Red Nelda. They're inside the 800 coming down the side. Joanna's Lady just the leader here from Londolese the outside, and Lorenzo goes up 3 wide. They lead Space Regent a length, and then Vianetta asked to go. Raja Bell yielding a bit of ground on the inside, and then Listening's Joy, Red Nelda, and last of all Dance Party. 500 to go. Londolese takes the lead. Joanna's Lady gone. Lorenzo second. Round them comes Space Regent running on, and Red Nelda from the back. Vianetta battling a little bit as Londolese goes for home before the turn, and Londolese leads by more than 2 lengths now. Running to second, Red Nelda around the outside. Space Regent battling along, and then Vianetta followed by Listening's Joy, but Londolese's well clear, about 4 lengths in front here. Vianetta getting a going again on the inside. Listening's Joy the outer with Red Nelda, but Londolese comes away to win it easily. Londolese first. Vianetta got up for second on the inside from Red Nelda. Listening's Joy close up, and Space Regent. Long break behind those two, Lorenzo, Raja Bell, and at the end of the field here are Joanna's Lady and Dance Party. Aaron Spiteri's unbeaten on this mare, Londolese. She sprinted away from them when...
Back with Brett Grant. Brett does the bulk of the track work riding with the great Might and Power. He's resuming after having scored a great list of victories, including the Doomben Cup on the 23rd of May. Before that, he won the AD Hollandale Cup Group 2 level weight for age at the Gold Coast. And then, of course, that memorable 10.5 length victory in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Prior to that, he'd won the Mercedes Classic and was a great second in the Ranvet. No campaign has yet been mapped out that we are aware of. Jack Denham is yet to confirm. Possibly the Warwick Stakes next Saturday on the 22nd, followed by the Chelmsford on the 5th of September on the launch of Pay Racing. And here he is, Might and Power, stretching right out. He really has... Well, he's put on a fair deal of weight. He looks very roly-poly for his track gallop here today, and we'll have sectional times for you very shortly. 49.13, in fact. For his 800, he was home 35.35. That's a great effort, a great gallop by the great horse Might and Power, and he looks like he's come back bigger and better than ever. Good race for the early lead. Ask the Waiter's going to cross and go to the front. Torbolino's tagging him forward and races up to be at his girth the outside. And now Roll Up looking for the front. Prairie quickly to the fence third. Padeo Joe the grey a little bit wide. They were followed by Strolling Home. He's fifth on the outside. Passing Sultan City, Exploding Success. In the black colours quickly whipping around the outside from one man out. 2 lengths away Enjoyment. He's a Dane and Browan dropped out to the tail of the field. Inside the 1400 metres mark, and Padeo Joe went to the front with Exploding Success rushing shaping up to be a neck away. 2 lengths Torbolino around Ask the Waiter. A length further back is Strolling Home and Prairie on the fence. She's in 6th position, a length and a half to 1 man out. Sultan City on the inside, then He's a Dane third last outside of Enjoyment, and 2 lengths to Broanne back at the tail of the field. 1,000 metres out off the back. Padeo Joe leads at a good speed, led 3 lengths Exploding Success. 2.5 Ask the Waiter on the inside of Torbolino. 2 lengths away Prairie, Strolling Home the outside. 2 lengths Sultan City. Then came 1 man out the outside from He's a Dane Enjoyment. Enjoyment must be about 8 lengths away from Padeo Joe and 2 lengths to Broanne. Coming up to the 700 metres mark, Padeo Joe. 2.5 in front of Exploding Success. Ask the Way to the fence. Strolling Home wide. Torbolino comes out in front of him. That'll push Strolling Home 4 deep. Prairie is tracking them. Then came He's a Dane Enjoyment to the outside in the orange cap. They were followed by Sultan City. 1 man out and Broanne in the straight, 400 to go. And Torbolino went up to Exploding Success and hit the lead. 2 lengths away, Strolling Home. Asked the Way to the fence. Then Prairie, Sultan City. And right down the outside, He's a Dane. The widest runner is Enjoyment with a good run. Torbolino below the 200 in front. Asked the Way to the inside after Torbolino from Exploding Success. Asked the Waiter, drove up on the fence, hit the lead. Torbolino tries to come back, but Asked the Waiter's too good. Asked the Waiter, perfectly ridden, wins from Torbolino and Exploding Success. Sultan City, He's a Dane, Prairie, 1 man out. Then Strolling Home, Broanne. Enjoyment gave up very quickly, and Padeo Joe, the early leader, last. It's been a good ride, that. Ask the Waiter, ridden by Brad Pengelly for Ronnie Quentin.
To get underway. Jugulator about to join them. He's come through a popular path, the Bletchingley. Something like 4 of the last 10 winners have won the Bletchingley before coming here. There's La Baraka. She's going to look the winner in the straight, no doubt about that. But the fact that she had the foot abscess and missed the Bletchingley might just be the little query with her at the end of the race. But her natural brilliance is going to take her a long way to the winning post. They're nearly ready. Rock You, one of the outsiders, trained by Lee Friedman, who won the race with Poetic King a couple of years ago. And now Kiwi Hero, one of 2 New Zealanders, Rebel, the more favoured of the pair today. Links up on the Manikato field, is locked away and ready to go. Group 1, 1200, they're set and racing. Beautiful start too. One of the first out is Theatre. Hockney away quickly. Special Dane showing pace, and La Baraka fired up from the outside barrier goes forward. They're followed then by Kiwi Hero and Jugulator from Rebel Sir Boom. In behind those horses, Classic Day on the outside of Umrum, 2 to Dane Ripper, It's My Sin, Rock You and Spend. At the first turn, Theatre led. La Baraka came across to sit second. 2 lengths back, Special Dane. Kiwi Hero rounded on the rails as Hockney. 2 Jugulator followed by Rebel, Classic Day and then Sir Boom. 3 to Dane Ripper, followed by Umrum, who's under pressure. It's My Sin, Rock You and 2 to Spend. Inside the 600, Theatre just the leader. La Baraka the outside. Kiwi Hero third. Classic Day wide out with Jugulator. Special Dane just behind the leading horses, and then Sir Boom and Dane Ripper from Rebel and Hockney. At the turn, Theatre the inside. Classic Day coming at it out wide with La Baraka and Jugulator in the centre. Special Dane has to switch to the inside. It's Theatre, the 3-year Alpha Home, leading 2 lengths to Jugulator. Classic Day, La Baraka, Special Dane and Dane Ripper the outside. Theatre the leader, Sir Boom and Dane Ripper, the mighty mare. Dane Ripper sweeps on them out wide, and Dane Ripper wanted a head to Sir Boom. 2 lengths to Theatre third. Then Jugulator followed in by Kiwi Hero, Special Dane, Rebel. La Baraka weakened in the straight. Classic Day, It's My Sin, Rock You. Then came Hockney, Umrum, and Spend was last of all. And Australia's champion mare has come from a long way back to keep her perfect Moonee Valley record intact. The Group 1 Cox Plate winner has scored a stunning first-up win in the Manikato Stakes. What a wonderful finishing burst. Not even in the picture here. The lightly weighted 3-year-old Theatre had broken away. Sir Boom at 40 to 1 was mowing it down. And then came the big mare, Dane Ripper, to swamp them on the outside and win. In a stunning return to the racetrack, Dane Ripper has taken out the Group 1 Manikato Stakes ridden by Damien Oliver. Fantastic performance. Cox Plate winner, the Australian Cup winner, and she's completed the Group 1 victory here in brilliant style. Certainly next Thursday she'll be announced Australia's champion mare, and Bart Cummings has done it again. Second, number 2, Sir Boom. And third, number 14, Theatre. The numbers are 10, 2 and 14. 10, 2 and 14. She's going to pay $8.90 and $2.90. It also keeps intact a wonderful first up record. She's never been out of the money, and she's won on 3 of 7 occasions, been placed 4 other times. And you can see that there's a lot of improvement in her as she's going to defend her Cox Plate title. A wonderful return. Numbers are 10, 2 and 14 in the Manikato Stakes, the first Group 1 race run in Australia this season. Another highlight coming up is the Mitchell Mackenzie at 3:14.
Damien Oliver looking ominous with that big white nose guard protecting his broken nose.
About to move up. The Grey Stars are just about all set. The Heyman Grey Stars, a field of 9. Orleans in, Ab Initio, and they're all set. 1,300 metres. They're racing, and the Greys bounce well. Orleans perhaps a shade slow to go. Misty Jude won the start. Raffler and Ab Initio in the green colours quickly going forward, and out wide Dawn Raider rushing up. Orleans 5 deep. A length and a half to London House, then No Villain, Expert 2 lengths away, and last of all is Money Rules. 900 metres out, and Sheehan had taken Ab Initio to the front. Dawn Raider rushed up to be a half away second. 2 lengths Misty Jude. Then came in the centre Raffler. Orleans 3 wide. 2 lengths to No Villain. Well back is London House in company with Expert, and Money Rules at the tail of the field. Up to the 700 metres mark at Ab Initio running along. 2 lengths in front. Dawn Raider second. Misty Jude the fence third. They were followed by Raffler. Orleans has had to do plenty of work in the run, and he's being scrubbed along. Then No Villain, Expert to the outside in the white cap. Well back London House, and last of all Money Rules, but Ab Initio sail clear at the 350. Sheehan went for home, and Ab Initio race 3 in front. Here on the outside, Expert's running home pretty well, Misty Jude, and in between them is Raffler, but Ab Initio at the 200 well clear. 3 lengths in front of on the outside Expert, getting an inside run and finishing the race off No Villain, but it's all Ab Initio. Here's No Villain starting to storm. Ab Initio shortening stride, but it's not quickly enough. Ab Initio wins the money by just over a length to No Villain. Third Raffler just in front of London House. Then Expert, whose run was brief. Misty Jude well back in the field, pulling up very quickly would have been Money Rules. The last 2 home, Orleans. He never looked a winning possibility, and the one they backed at big odds, Dawn Raider last. 260 and 140. He obviously goes well for Justin Sheehan, Ab Initio. Justin rode him to win here 2 runs back, and before that he ran 6th at Gosford on him. So he's only had a few rides on the horse, and the horse really does respond to him. He is a free goer, Ab Initio, but Justin seems to have the key. Just
season. They're away. Caught them fairly well too. Shortly after, Centani drifted back, and so too did Optimistic and Forest Idol. And now they're starting to sort themselves out, and going fast is the Bolter Sons Anvil to have the head in front momentarily. Over on the inside, Mighty Meccano getting through on its inside to take over now. There's one throwing the head about, Plushberg out wide. Going up with them, Damativ, and also up there too was Imperial Cross, now going to second. South Bright here outside of Damativ. They were followed further back in the field on the inside by the fancied runner Kamaj. Plushberg was racing fiercely for a while outside of it, settles better now. Optimistic the inside, further back then came Amarina, battle length away to Centani from Princess LaRue. Forest Idol well back second last, and last of all is Tiger Ablaze. They're down the side, under 700 a race, and the leader now, Mighty Meccano, slipped to the front by 2 lengths. In second placing, Imperial Cross, South Brighty a third. Plushberg out wide, in the centre, Sons Anvil, but under pressure, Damativ the rail. Optimistic held up for a run, can't get through, neither can Kamaj at the moment, trying to angle out. Centani goes around it, and Amarina goes around the lot of them to put in a big finish, the one that's been well tried at big odds. Mighty Meccano the inside, joined by Imperial Cross, but Amarina's raced up to hit the front and has swept to the front now at the 200, further back to Optimistic. Nothing else is doing a great deal, and Amarina looks like landing some good wages here. Amarina draws away on the concluding stages. Optimistic is rattling home, and then Centani, still there Imperial Cross, but Amarina by 2. Imperial Cross has lasted for second from Optimistic. Then came Centani, Kamaj and Tiger Ablaze, a fair run. Further back behind those then came Princess LaRue, Forest Idol, South Brighty, Sons Anvil, Mighty Meccano knocking up. Further back then Damativ and Plushberg.
Number 1 Amarina, 970 Super Tab, 790 New South Wales, 695.
As the second elect. Now here's Rocket Tycoon coming up into line. Brett Preble on board. Usually rides a winner at a Moonee Valley meeting. Hasn't had one so far today. Rocket Tycoon is set. That could be just about it over at the 1,000 metres. No, Spellmaker will be the last to come up. He looked pretty wound up for his return here. Comes in now. Drawn out wide too. That's the place to be today. Major Fun went in, took the outside barrier. That completes the lineup now for the Mitchell Mackenzie. All set 1,000 metres. Coup de Grace is a middle line. Off they go. Spellmaker won the jump on the outside. Gold Valley into stride very fast. Hand pass out quickly and showing speed too. Settling fourth just behind these is Special Edition, followed by St Plato Coup de Grace. Outside it Major Fun, followed then by Tarot Star. And dropping out last is Rocket Tycoon. Gold Valley took it up to hand pass at the 600. Spellmaker a length away third, and on the rails fourth is Special Edition. One St Plato Coup de Grace is next, and they're followed then by Major Fun, then Tarot Star and Rocket Tycoon last coming near to the turn. Gold Valley hand past the 2 leaders, a length and a half in front. Spellmaker and St Plato around the outside. Major Fun coming wide. Special Edition just behind them. Coup de Grace is second last under the whip. At the turn, hand past the inside led Gold Valley. Major Fun, St Plato out wide. In the straight now and hand past the leader. Major Fun's coming home well, and Tarot Star switched to the outside with St Plato. Major Fun hit the lead, hand past the inside, and Tarot Star out wide. It's very close. Hand past the inside and Tarot Star the outside. In between them is Major Fun. They're followed in by St Plato. Special Edition. Spellmaker couldn't go on. Next Gold Valley. Coup de Grace never came into it. Rocket Tycoon was last all the way. This inside horse might have won this. Hand pass. At any price. It's got it. Number 7. Hand pass on the inside. He stayed where no winner has come. But the South Australian has caused an upset here. Tarot Star swamping him out wide. Hasn't gone under by all that far. It's run second, number 4. And number 6, Major Fun, was third. A race of upsets.
What can I say? The inside racing this time at Iron Horse's shade slow to go. Masked Party out wide on the track. Toorak, Mr Victory also began very quickly. Brilliance is spearing through looking for the early lead, and what can I say? Driving up the fence. Monet's Cove 6th on the outside of Catalan opening centre field. Then came Iron Horse getting well back in the field is the North. They were followed by Little Lucifer and Northern Drake is last of all in 3 deep. Hitting the first bend and at the 800 Brilliance drove up on the fence. Led the way by a neck. Masked Party second. Third is what can I say? The Inzetta from Mr Victory. Toorak wide. Catalan opening right behind them. Then came Monet's Cove. Northern Drake 5 wide going forward. Then Little Lucifer well back as Iron Horse in the North at the tail of the field. They bunch up on the bend. And Brilliance, the 3-year-old, turns in front of Masked Party. Behind them, what can I say? About to shoulder out from Mr Victory, Toorak. And here's the Drake on the outside. Northern Drake with a slashing run. Moved up very strongly at the 250. And he hit the lead now. Northern Drake went to the front from Northern Victory. Kicking back on the inside, Mr Victory. Then Masked Party, Catalan opening, getting out and running home well. On the inside, Masked Party's come back at Mr Victory. And running out of room then would have been Northern Drake. But Masked Party's come back from the dead to win. After being clearly headed, Masked Party wins it. Second, Mr Victory. Catalan opening third. Northern Drake, a great run first up from Toorak and Brilliance. They were followed next home by Iron Horse. Then came, what can I say? She didn't do a great deal, the Inzetta from the North and Little Lucifer. And last home, Monet's Cove. Geez, a game little horse, that bloke. Masked Party, he was clearly headed by Mr Victory. And Northern Drake. Northern Drake's run has been exceptional. He was last 3.
To push through along the inside is now showing speed and right out on the track going fast. Maldamuka and Red Hope come over. Excel Pilot charges through the ruck and there too with a Miss Harndorf, Lake Newland. Kairaru still pushing through along the inside. Where's Lazing About? He's out in no man's land at the moment and back about 3 lengths off the lead. Zahiro inside of him. Red Hope couldn't get in and he's back. Then in the gold caps came St Clemens Bell from Windfly and 2 lengths further back. Last of all is Chrysler Magic. Around the home turn and Kairaru got right through along the inside. To head Excel Pilot out wide, Lake Newland the centre, and the leader skipped up about a neck clear. Further back behind them, Wes coming through on the inside, St Clemens Bell, and now here he comes, Lazing About. He's starting to get after them, and he's grabbed them in a twinkling, Lazing About. Will Fly is charging down the outside after him. Lazing About in front, he's a half in front, coming to the line, and he'll draw on and score by nearly a length. Second, in fact, make it a length. Second, Will Fly. Third is tight. Zahiro or Red Hope. Then came Lake Newland, followed by Malnamuka. Chrysler Magic ran on. Kairaru knocked up and eased down quickly. Ahead on the line were Miss Harndorf. Back there, St Clemens Bell. And XL Pilot beating a couple in.
40. Gold Dot 720. Paulette Louise 10. Philo Bedot 21. And Gendre 60. Sapar 940. Ugess 23. 417 from Terry Spargo. Moving in well, Moonee Valley. Sydney lead the Western Bulldogs at point at Waverley, and here's Greg.
Yeah, it's been a good battle all the day out there at Waverley. Good match. They're moving in well here for race 7. And this is a... Ooh, there's that Richland. A little bit of a nasty shot there. I think it missed. Zaginski the favourite here, ahead of Lucky Tycoon, but there's very little between these two. The third elect is Red Carson and Plushka equal. They've also been drifters. This has been supported, Richland. He's got a terrible strike rate. He's only won one race. But it was here, and he does race quite well at this track, and he's going to get into the right part of the track here today. There's Court of Honour, the Moonee Valley Cup winner, going into line. Plushka to come forward. The last little bit of the 1,500 metres is really his worry as they get set for race number 7. Sixth event on the day, previous of the day, taken out by Hand Pass, trained by Gordon Richards. Hand Pass was an $11,000 buy at the sales. It was a Lindsay Park yearling. And Gordon's pretty keen to stay in Melbourne and have a crack at the Ascot Vale Stakes. Now, they're ready here. All locked away as Change of Fortune took the outside gate. 1,500 metres. Off they go. And a good start too. Zaginski near the inside began quickly with Sports Circuit. Red Carson easing back. Plushka going forward. Richland going up in the early stages as they settle down now. Court of Honour the middle of the field, and Plushka goes to the lead over Zaginski at the first turn. Richland improving quickly up on the outside and about 3 lengths back in the field. Then Sports Circuit outside Lucky Tycoon. 2 lengths behind these. Then Court of Honour. Another 2 to Red Carson. 3 to Backdrop and Change of Fortune. Plushka speeding along down the back at the 1,000. Has 3 lengths on Richland and a neck away Zaginski. About 4 or 5 further back in the field is Lucky Tycoon on the inside of Sports Circuit. Another break of 3 lengths to the Moonee Valley Cup winner Court of Honour. A neck away on its outside Red Carson. 3 to Backdrop and Change of Fortune on the fence. Plushka leads down the side and comes away from the rail and leads by about 3 lengths to Richland going up quickly. Zaginski on the inside. Then Sports Circuit, 1 to Lucky Tycoon, 2 to Red Carson going around Court of Honour, and 3 to Backdrop and Change of Fortune still last. About 500 to go, and Plushka a half in front of Richland. Sports Circuit, Zaginski on the inside. 2 lengths to Lucky Tycoon, and then Red Carson when they came to the turn. Plushka the leader, about a length to Richland. They're all under pressure behind Plushka. Then Sports Circuit on the outside. Red Carson going wide, and Lucky Tycoon, Zaginski staying on the inside. Plushka for home, still 3 lengths in front now. Lucky Tycoon improving to second. Then Richland, Sports Circuit. But it's all Plushka. He'll run the 1,500 all right. He's 3 in front and shows no signs of stopping. And Plushka won it easily. Richland grabs second. Lucky Tycoon the inside third. Sports Circuit ran a good race first up. Red Carson on the outside. Behind these, Court of Honour. They're followed then by Backdrop, Zaginski, second last, and Change of Fortune last all the way. 2 in a photo it is. Plushka the winner to pay 5.10 and 1.90 straight to the front. And Luke Carey wisely kept him away from the rails from the 800, and he was never going to be beaten. Got out from 3 to 1, got out 2 points on track. They didn't want to try him. 5.10, 1.90, and he's led all the way. Second has gone to 11 Richland, $2.90, and third number 7 Lucky Tycoon to pay $2 even. Favourite Zaginski, well, there it is, about 5th on the rails and just stopped as if shot on the straight. It was all Plushka, and he's come right away. He's won one other race at Moonee Valley, and you have to dig a long, long way back into the form guide to find it. December of 1993. It makes you wonder why it's taken such a long time for him to do it again, the way he handled them there. Very comfortable win. And his record at the track, 12 starts for 2 wins now and 3 minor placings. Richland second, Lucky Tycoon third, Plushka, Luke Curry and Tony Krusker combining. Here's a 7-year-old by Staroka from Plush Princess, and he's won 14 overall from 76. So 2, 11 and 7 on race number 7 of the day. The last coming up is the Strathair handicap. We take out 9 and 10, field of 8 to run, and that race is due at 4:30.
Coming up, Will Newcastle, Vogold into 4.
Brightly Jet near the inside and Sahara Jeff, the two best to go out. Back Club as Bavita Regal Centre began in a big hurry. Our Superboy's going to settle midfield. Kai Langi's with him on settling down from Pocket My Pride, Finance, Ry Lopez. And back at the tail of the field, Fleet Mirage and the outside of Bell Barn. To the 800 metres mark and out. Back Club, the leader ahead to Regal Centre. As Bavita third on the outside. Sprightly Jet on the fence, a length and a half then to Sahara Jeff. Our Superboy sixth the fence as they come to the crossing. Kai Langi's on the rails, the grey Pocket My Pride improving, so too as Finance the middle, then Ry Lopez followed by Fleet Mirage and Bell Barn. Around the bend 450 to go out. Back Clubber Neck Regal Centre, Sprightly Jet on the fence followed by Asbavita Sahara Jeff. Now Duffy's looking for the way out and our Superboy. Kai Langi's running into it and then Pocket My Pride. 300 to go and Regal Centre, he sprinted to the lead from Outback Club Asbavita. Now our Superboy, he's going to get home hard, so is Kai Langi, but Regal Centre's got a good break with 100 to go. He's dashed away. Our Superboy and now Ry Lopez late, but Regal Centre's run them off their feet. Regal Centre went home to beat Ry Lopez. Great first up run, Ry Lopez. Our Superboy every chance for third, might need it a touch further. Then Kai Langi, Bell Barn, Finance, Pocket My Pride, Sahara Jeff and Asbavita, and then Outback Club, Sprightly Jet, and last team was Fleet Mirage. Regal Centre the
ping through and go to the front on settling down. Away very quickly Slider and also Lucky Bear, and out wide Our Lade moving up very quickly. Pete's Passion settles fifth the inside. Then Our Alaric going forward, Vento the centre. Out wide on the track Sun Haze, then Chosen Warrior. Getting well back Bombardment, King of Atlantis, Daymar, and at the tail of the field is Supergrass. On settling down at the 1,000 metres mark, and elated race to the front, led by a length and 3/4 on Slider. He's moving up around Love Scene. 2 lengths away is Pete's Passion inside of Lucky Bear. Sun Haze is caught wide going forward from Pinto. Chosen Warrior the fence. Bombardment in the white colours deep going forward from Our Alaric. King of Atlantis third last the fence. 2 lengths Supergrass. 2 lengths at the tail is Daymar. At the 600 metres mark and the front runner is Alade. Slider moving up closer to the outside. Then came Love Scene. Bombardment wide. Lucky Bear and Pete's Passion off the fence going forward quickly. Sun Haze will be about 5 wide as they turn and they charge for home. In the home straight now and going to the front is Slider. Pete's Passion after him. Sun Haze out wide. Then Lucky Bear. Chosen Warrior closer in the purple colours, running home strongly. Well inside the 200 now, and the front runner is Slider. Chosen Warrior on the inside is coming home strongly, and out wide on the track King of Atlantis. King of Atlantis has moved up now to Chosen Warrior. King of Atlantis and Chosen Warrior. King of Atlantis the outside just in front of Chosen Warrior, and he'll win. King of Atlantis has won from Chosen Warrior and Slider. They were followed by Pete's Passion, Sun Haze, then Supergrass. Not far away was Alade in company with Love Scene, then Daymar. Well back in the field would have been Lucky Bear. He didn't do a great deal in the straight with Vento. Then Our Alaric and Bombardment last home. Well, if ever a horse deserved to break through and win, it certainly is King of Atlantis. Very unluckily beaten at Randwick when he got simply too far out of his ground last time out. At 7.90 and 2.30, he's finished too well for Chosen Warrior. He was ridden a treat by Justin Sheehan, who was shooting for 3 wins for the day. But he's been nutted, and third going to Slider, ridden by Larry Cassidy. Numbers 8, 1 and 5. 8, 1 and 5 confirmed by the judge. King of Atlantis, a 6-year-old bay gelding by Newitt.
A lot of movement in those Honda starting stalls. Or, as I speak, Viacon Diablo tried to Shanghai Jaylene Burgess out the back of the gate. But she stayed put. They closed the gate again from behind. It was forced open in that incident. Now, this horse reunited with the rider. And moves in, settles. Signal given. Here we go, they're off. And Via Con Diablo jumped just fairly. My Modest got the head up when it came out and the young rider got busy on it. Prince Camillus goes after it, so does Lunas, and wide out on the track, Worth an Appeal. Peppermint Show burrows up to be about 5th from Abraham, gradually coming across them. Up there in that division, Dance the Polka, and also Distinct. Back on the inside, Neptune Raider. Calarays is wide. 2 lengths further back in the field behind them, certainly. Further back on the inside, Violent. Between them, My Close Encounter. 2 lengths further back in the field behind those, Roman Coin, and they were followed over on the inside then by a Fishery, and 2.5 away last of all is Via Con Diablo. Down the side they race now and going to the 600 metre mark, and My Modest plain sailing out in front by a length and a quarter. Lunas hold second. Third placing Worth an Appeal travels up, and then came Prince Camillus the inside, Distinct the outer. Calaray starting to extend around those, and they were followed further back by Abraham looking for run. Violent is hooked to the extreme outside. Into the straight, My Modest got away 2 lengths in front of Lunas. Third placing Abraham easing back to the inside to get a run, and then came further out in the track. Distinct runs on, and so does Violent. My Modest is getting tired inside the 200 metre mark. Violent out wide is charging home, and getting through out wide on the track late here is Certainly. And on the inside, Abraham, they're all over the shop. Certainly out wide, Certainly makes it a certainly big day for the Jolly Stable again. In between horses, Violent, and over on the inside, Abraham. They've just missed out, I fancy. Then came Neptune Raider, Calarays Distinct, followed by My Modest. Then came Roman Coin, further back then to Luna.
500 metres to Journey. Last of the day. Flemington tomorrow. Off they go in the last at the Valley. Il Mauger snagged back to the tail as usual. Getting back there too was Palisent, and Zamanui first to bounce out ahead of Bean Dancing and Dolvita's third. Then Bright Spot on the inside, a length to Ty Ruler, and then the Grey Regal Ricochet. Il Mauger second last, and Palisent dropped out 2 lengths behind it, coming to the turn the first time. And here Bean Dancing, Stephen Baster allows him to slide to the front now, and he goes 2 lengths or a little more on Zamanui, with third placing held by Dolvita on the outside, and then Bright Spot fourth the rail. Ty Ruler was next to the outside, and then came Regal Ricochet on the inside of Il Mauger, with Palisent last coming down the straight on the first round. And Bean Dancing has got out about 4 to 5 lengths in front. Dolvita's second. Zamanui is a length away third. Ty Ruler on the fences or on the outside is next. Then a neck to Bright Spot, followed by Regal Ricochet, Il Mauger, and Palisent is last of all, turning out of the straight. No change in the order, and you wouldn't think there'd be a change for a while yet. 1600 to go, and Bean Dancing about 2.5 in front of Dolvita now. Ty Ruler is in third and fourth placing outside of Zamanui. Il Mauger is pulling that hard. He might have to let it go soon, Alf Matthews. On the inside of him is Bright Spot, and then 2 lengths to Regal Ricochet, and Palisent is last of all. Bean Dancing takes the field out towards the 1200 metre turn, leading from Dolvita. Zamanui on the inside. Ty Ruler with the white blinkers is next. Then Il Mauger on the outside of Bright Spot. He's still inclined to pull a little bit, Il Mauger. And back to the tail end of the field here, Regal Ricochet on the inside of Palisent. 1100 to go, and Bean Dancing a length and a half in front. Well, Hutchie's given Dolvita every chance, a length and a half away second, as Bean Dancing goes down the back straight, leading her by a length and a quarter. Looks to have a little petrol left, Dolvita. They're followed then by Palisent, who's made a lightning move to go to third around the outside. Zamanui on the fence is fourth. 1.5 to Ty Ruler, biding his time. On the inside is Bright Spot when they swing the corner at the 800 and come down the side. Regal Ricochet second last, and Il Mauger has dropped out to be last of all. The sprinters on now, and Bean Dancing is just a leader from Dolvita on the outside. Here's Ty Ruler whipping around the outside with the white blinkers on. Palisent is there, but battling a little bit, and they've got away on Zamanui, Bright Spot, Regal Ricochet, and the favourite Il Mauger is last, but Ty Ruler has bolted to the lead around the home turn. Hasn't let it go, and Ty Ruler leads Bean Dancing, Dolvita, Palisent, and then Bright Spot, but homeward bound, and Ty Ruler for home for Darren Gauci. Leads by 3 lengths to Dolvita second, Bean Dancing, Palisent is next, but Ty Ruler is the one acting this, and in the run home it's going to win absolutely. It's going to bolt in. And in the run home, there's Ty Ruler, eased up by 6 to Bean Dancing second. Il Mauger got home when it was all over to get third. Then Dolvita from Palisent, Regal Ricochet and Bright Spot all in a line. And a bad last was Zamanui out sprinted in the run home. Gee, you like to see him win like that if you're on them, don't you? It's canted in. Ty Ruler beaten Bean Dancing second, and Il Mauger, the race just not run to suit him. 6, 5 and 4. Ty Ruler cruising around them. Gauci was swinging against it at the bend, and away it went for a comfortable win. 5, 10 and 180. Been Dancing second, $3.80, and Ilmoge third, $1.50. 6, 5 and 4 on what has been a terrific day of racing here at Moonee Valley. The early report for Flemington tomorrow is that it is rated heavy. That was taken at 10 o'clock this morning, but with the fine day, I'm sure that would have improved, and we could probably work on a slow track for headquarters tomorrow. Looking forward to that meeting. We start there at 12:20. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Greg. Great day's racing, and what a return by Dane Ripper. 2 starts at Moonee Valley for a win in 2 Group 1s, Cox Plate and Manikato Stakes. And Damien Oliver, 2 starts on her at that track. Belmont Race 4.
The top rung of his ladder, racing at Randwick tomorrow. Gates open and Jack and Archie slow to go. Astro Boy near the inside was only fairly out. Niagara's pinged out, looking for the early lead. Don Tristram away very smartly, heading up towards the front. On settling down, Don Tristram goes through and leads the way from Niagara with 2 lengths to Mr. Bow third. Then came Astro Boy. Deferred quickly rushing through the field and caught very wide on the track. Then as they come down the side of the track would have been Feanor. About 1.5 lengths further back in the field on the inside, picking up ground is Balmaria. They were followed well out of its ground then by Alman's Joy, moving around Delta Lad, then Catapult, 2 lengths Jack and Archie. Hickey Picker second last, and at the tail of the field is Ronzino. 800 metres to go, and Mr. Bow moving up on the outside of Don Tristram. 2.5 Niagara. They were followed by Deferred, racing around Astro Boy, then Feanor racing in the clear. Going around him, Alman's Joy. 2 lengths further afield is Catapult. Delta Lad well back and deep from Balmaria. On the fence, Jack and Archie over Hickey Picker, and Ronzino at the tail of the field. Don Tristram gave them the go-by on the bend, and on straightening 400 to go. Don Tristram got away, led by 2 lengths on Mr. Bow on the outside. Now into the clear is Astro Boy. He's finishing strongly, and Catapult running on well. Then Niagara. Astro Boy swooped to the lead, but quickly grabbed by Catapult below the 200. And Catapult, the Grafton Cup winner, shot clear now from Astro Boy. Balmarina out under the arches, and Ronzino and the Glime Green running on late. But it'll all be too late because Catapult has won easily. Balmaria second, Astro Boy third from Ronzino. They were followed by Hickey Picker, then Mr. Bow. Further back, Feanor with well out of its ground, Jack and Archie, Niagara. Don Tristram dropped very quickly the last little bit in company with Alman's Joy, and Delta Lad never a winning chance back at the tail of the field. Catapult, the winner, number 2. Catapult, that's been a great training effort by Kim Moore.
On the light. Starter looks across the line. Finspang's a bit toey out wide. They're off. Finspang jumped okay. Blarney Boy away very quickly, and on the inside, Sarrazin and Mystic Angel and Marcus Tullius Bocazza showing speed there, and so too Neutron Star. Getting back early, Padstow, something might have happened to him. He's drifted right back to the tail of the field. As they move down the side, and it's Blarney Boy, Rugrat on the inside, Mystic Angel behind it, Sarrazin. Wider out, Finspang trying to get in from Overawe. Close hand in Neutron Star, Bocazza, Marcus Tullius in that group from further back, Bay of Fashion, Bay of Sunshine, around the outside of those, Arabian Storm, followed then further back on the inside by Ton of Style, and they were followed by White Ice, Padstow, Fine Corner, and last of all is Social Patience in the straight. And here the leader is Mystic Angel, about to be collared by Finspang, who races up quickly. Sarrazin running a huge race on the inside from Rugrat. Now Padstow from last is going to charge home. He is absolutely flying, and he's going to run them down from last. Unbelievable performance. If you didn't see it with your own eyes, you wouldn't believe it. Padstow by 2.5 on the line to Finspang. Rugrat in a photo with Sarrazin and White out Arabian Storm for third. Check the colours. It's definitely Padstow. He's come from last in a sprint. Further back behind them, Ton of Style, followed then by Mystic Angel. Then came Bay of Sunshine, Bocazza, followed by Overall, Fine Corner. White Ice, Neutron Star. Back behind those, Marcus Tullius' Social Patience, followed by Blarney Boy was the last one in.
7 Padstow with an incredible finish going, well, it's even going fast in a slow motion replay.